Real GDP growth is now projected at 9.5% in 2021-22. Yet, unlike in the first wave, when the economy came to an abrupt standstill under a nationwide lockdown, the impact on economic activity is expected to be relatively contained in the second wave. Real GDP growth is now projected at 9.5% in 2021-22, consisting of 18.5% in first quarter, 7.9% in second quarter, 7.2% in the third quarter and 6.6% in the fourth quarter of 2021. The second wave of COVID-19 is associated with unexpectedly higher rates of morbidity and mortality relative to the first wave. The breakout of mutant strains that render the virus highly transmissible across both urban and rural areas has led to fresh restrictions on activity being imposed across a large swath of the country. Yet, unlike in the first wave, when the economy came to an abrupt standstill under a nationwide lockdown, the impact on economic activity is expected to be relatively contained in the second wave, with restrictions on mobility being regionalized and nuanced. Moreover, people and businesses are adapting to pandemic working conditions. Urban demand, as reflected in some high frequency indicators, that is electricity consumption, railway freight, port cargo, steel consumption, cement production, e-way bills and toll collections recorded sequential moderation during April and May 2021 as manufacturing and services activity weakened due to restrictions and lockdowns imposed by most states. Mobility indicators have declined during April and May, but they remain above the levels seen during the first wave last year. Domestic monetary and financial conditions remain highly accommodative and supportive of economic activity. Moreover, the vaccination process is expected to gather steam in the coming months, and that should help to normalize economic activity. With external demand strengthening, a rebound in global trade is taking hold, which should support India's export sector. Global demand conditions are expected to improve further, buoyed by fiscal stimulus packages and fast progress of vaccination in advanced economies. India's exports in March, April and May 2021 have launched into an upswing. Conducive external conditions are forming for a durable recovery beyond pre-pandemic levels. The need of the hour is for enhanced and targeted policy support for exports. It is opportune now to give further policy push by focusing on quality and scalability. Notwithstanding the sequential decline of indicators of rural demand in April, rural demand is expected to remain strong as forecast of a normal monsoon bodes well for sustaining its buoyancy going forward. The increased spread of COVID-19 infections in rural areas, however, pose downside risks. The Monetary Policy Committee met on 2nd, 3rd and 4th June 2021 and took stock of the evolving macroeconomic and financial conditions as well as the impact of the COVID wave, the second wave of the COVID on the economy. Based on its assessment, the MPC voted unanimously to maintain status quo, that is keeping the policy repo rate unchanged at 4%. The MPC also decided unanimously to continue with the accommodative stance as long as necessary to revive and sustain growth on a durable basis and continue to mitigate the impact of COVID-19 on the economy while ensuring that inflation remains within the target going forward. The marginal standing facility, that is MSF rate, and the bank rate remain unchanged at 4.25%. The reverse repo rate also remains unchanged at 3.35%. The inflation print for April at 4.3% has brought with it some relief and policy elbow room. A normal southwest monsoon along with comfortable buffer stocks should help to keep cereal price pressures in check. On the other hand, the rising trajectory of international crude prices within a broad-based surge in international commodity prices and logistics costs is worsening the cost conditions. These developments could keep core price pressures elevated, although weak demand conditions may temper the pass-through to consumer inflation. On balance, the MPC was of the view that at this juncture, policy support from all sides is required to gain the momentum of growth that was evident in the second half of 2021